the sour spot. But that doesn't make sense because the priority was moved from the sour spot of like your ankle to the tip. So if you were aiming for the combo tool, it should be the same. That's fine. And then the last change is down tilt. I mostly am. I have not changed my play style revolving around down tilt at all to accommodate. So I think it's a fair change. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Stop. I was about to be like, thank you, Connor, for your insight. Today's TED Talk. Dude, are we just...
I'm not TED Talking this. I'm too tired. Oh, we can podcast. I was up until, you'll appreciate this. I don't know if you saw in the patrol. I was up until 4 a.m. playing Pokemon yesterday. Because Shrey and I are trying to 100%. Because we were trying to 100% Gale of Darkness. This is why I can't talk today, Chad, is because I got like 3 hours of sleep. Priority swap comes. Derp says, I think the difference in priority stop comes from the fact that if you want to actually follow up on something, the tip is too far from your next tip. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It's also weird because my Lucario isn't. You'd have to like. Rangunshu is definitely the guy I would talk to about that. Because mine does not. I use weak hit up air, but not as frequently as he does. I'm more grounded than he is. He's also better, so ask him.
I don't know about. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna say anything.
I got washed by Brad at SNS. It was cool. Both him and Paulo. It was fun.
You know who gets washed by you and didn't get washed by? I gotta stop.
Moving on.
Anyway, Tony's
yeah. So I was
back.
up until 4 a.m. playing Pokemon. The brief story for the chat is, if you guys are familiar with the GameCube games, my roommate and I 100%ed Pokemon Coliseum. We purified everything. We like had a spreadsheet for how to purify everything most optimally. We left the GameCube running every night, or the Wii running every night to walk the Pokemon, and then we did Mount Battle to get Ho-Oh, and we like put together the best team that we could. It was really only 3. It was just, like Tyranitar, and then you win. But
that's a hard game to put a good team together because they don't give you good. They don't give.
Yeah, if you don't have a GameCube or a
Game Boy
Link.
Yeah.
So what was our team? It was Ampharos with Thunderbolt, then Tyranitar with Earthquake and Ice Beam and Crunch, and Espeon with Psychic, which was cool, and that was like pretty easy. We did it in like, I mean, overall 100%ing it took us like a month or so. To like, when I say 100%, I mean we could not do anything else in the game. We did everything. Then we busted out Gale of Darkness, and I wanted to 100% it before he moved out. And I would say that by last night, we were like 75%. We hadn't caught every Pokemon, and we were still trying to make our way through the final area. And so we went to Naperville yesterday to hang out, got back at like 5 last night, played a bit of Smash, and then played Gale of Darkness from like 8 p.m. to like 4 a.m. We caught every Pokemon possible by like resetting the Pokestop. So in the game, there's no wild Pokemon. You only snag Shadow Pokemon. But there's 3 Pokespots, where it's random, the Pokemon that appears. And there's a 15% chance. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so there's 3 for each spot. It's so like for Oasis, it's Wooper, Hoppip, and Phanpy. And in this order, it's 50% chance of getting a Hoppip, 25% chance of getting a Phanpy, and like 15%. I don't remember the exact numbers because obviously that math doesn't add up. Yeah, but that's like the rough idea. And so what we do is we would run around the fountain at Fennec City and save every 5 laps and time how long it would take us to get a spot trip, and we would keep soft resetting until we got the Pokemon we want.
Oh my god,
Then,
dude.
because in the game, if you accidentally kill a Shadow Pokemon, you need Mirror B to show up with your Shadow Pokemon. Right. So we would do the walking glitch until he showed up, go take his Pokemon. Then we captured every Pokemon in the game, and we wanted to beat the Ore Coliseum, and in order to true 100%, We were going to true 98% because the 100% we would have to do the battle simulations. Those are dumb as hell. But we beat the game, and let me tell you, capturing the 3 legendary birds is like the most annoying shit ever.
I bet. Do they run in that game?
What's that?
Do they run in that
game? They
game?
don't run, but I mean, Shadow Moltres was like OHKOing everyone. Everyone. Because Shadow is super effective against everything.
Is it really?
And I don't know if he gets stabbed because it's like Shadow Flame, so I don't think it's stabbed. But it's super effective. And so it was like 2-hitting our Flygon. Because we tried to streamline the process by... I've spent longer on this topic than I wanted, but fuck it. Basically, when you beat the game and you capture every Pokemon, not Purify, but capture, you get Dragonite. So our logic is we'll finish the game, get Dragonite, and then run Flygon with Earthquake, Dragon Claw, and something else, and then Dragonite with Earthquake, Ice Beam, Flamethrower, Outrage. And we're like, this will be perfect. But in order to get Dragonite, we had to capture the birds. And so this is a funny story. And so we're sitting there, and it's like 3 a.m. And we get in against the final boss, and we're like, this is going to be easy. Well, first, we lose to Snorlax several times. We can't catch it. And so we have to like keep soft resetting. Finally get Snorlax, get to the final boss, who, mind you, has Shadow Rhydon, like 2 other garbage Pokemon, but then the 3 legendary birds. And Moltres was just one hit KOing every single person on our team except for the Flygon, who was like comparably leveled.
That's
wild. Just like OHKOing straight up. And we had strats. We had an Aggron who was like close in level, who we'd lead with like Earthquake Protect, and then immediately he would Iron Defense 3 times in a row. You know, just to like not die ever. But basically, we kept losing, and so Shrey is just like, we have to cheat. So we pulled Shadow Lugia out, threw Shadow Lugia in our party, and because Lugia's base special defense and defense is like 1 billion, and because he's Shadow type, because we didn't purify him, he just tanked every hit, and the AI in the game was like, oh, we need to hit him. And so, oh my god, that was sick as hell.
There's so many up airs.
He was like a magnet for the Shadow Pokemon. So we caught them. So then my roommate went to bed after we got Dragonite. I almost pulled an all-nighter, but I didn't. Wake up at 8,
Was it round
and
2?
I start playing. What's that?
Nothing, sorry.
I saw what you mean. Wake up at 8 a.m., get some food, and I start, and I'm like, wow, the Ore Coliseum is really difficult. This is weird. And so I Google a guide, and it's like the Ore Coliseum is, quote, arguably the most difficult part of any Pokemon game. And the final boss is like the strongest Pokemon opponent in Pokemon.
Oh.
Yeah. He has both Lotties, Metagross.
Oh no.
I think he might have another pseudo-legendary. No, he doesn't. But he has like, it's fucking busted.
I mean, both like, you have to have like a good ghost Pokemon or dark, but still. Like,
well, I mean, that's the thing, right? Is that like, are we gonna? So the way that the Ore Coliseum, do you know how the Ore Coliseum works? It's it scales your level to your highest Pokemon, but never under 60. So it needs to be at least 60, everyone, and then it goes to your best. You know, best level.
Right.
And the AI is just smart as fuck. I didn't expect to talk about Pokemon that long.
That's okay.
I figured that you would appreciate it.
Yeah. I woke up at 6 this morning to drive my parents to the airport. So when I saw a message from you at like 4:30 in the morning, I was like, what was Connor doing?
All right, so this dude has Latios, Latias, Gengar, Metagross, Snorlax, Tauros. All set to your highest level. Snorlax has leftovers like Earthquake, Protect, and it's all double. So
Yeah.
oh, Metagross has Meteor Mash. Tauros just choice banned Earthquakes, I think. Yeah, that's what he does. He puts in Metagross Snorlax and then protects, and the Tauros just spams Earthquake.
I love it. In competitive, there's a very early common strategy called Disquake, or you'd have an Earth type, or
Right.
Ground type rather, and then you'd have a Flying Electric. So like Zapdos and Garchomp,
Oh god.
and Zapdos would just use Discharge, which is immune, or which Garchomp is immune to.
Right.
And Garchomp would just Earthquake, which Zapdos can't get hit by.
It's hilarious.